Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, welcome in, folks. Welcome in to the stream. Thank you. No, thank you. Oh, you guys are too kind. You guys are the real heroes. Folks, how we doing this evening? Come on in. About time. All right, asshole. It's Sunday. Don't act like you got anything else going on. And second, I need to make my coffee, okay? If I'm going to bear comments and whatever from you people, I need to make sure I have my coffee. Folks, how are we doing? How are we doing, guys? Folks, how are you doing? What's happening tonight, folks? Let me know you coming in. Folks, big moments on Twitter today. I don't know if you guys saw. I'm wondering maybe if some people are going to be coming from that. Folks, if you see some hate in the chat, specifically some Indian hate in the chat, it's because I had a big day on Twitter. Let's take a look, folks. I don't know if you guys saw. I was kind of popping the fuck off on Twitter. Oh.
Hey, first time watching Live. Found you the other day by luck when searching for info on Habad.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Segsman100. Love that name. I'm going to hit you with a little like right there. Thank you for coming on in. I hope you have fun. We have fun here on the stream. It's a little more raw. It's obviously not edited. It's a stream. I don't take it as seriously, you know. It's obviously, I mean, editing a video, you do a whole video, it's edited, you can have like a script and shit. Here, it's very raw. And the chat will tell you, those who have joined the streams this week, I'm like very new to the technology needed to stream. So I'm constantly fucking shit up. But nevertheless, we have fun here. We have a good time. But folks, as I was saying, okay, Yeah, we're gonna get some people up in here. Okay, so what what I was saying, right? What I was trying to reference is the fact that on Twitter, let me see, we still have the New Vegas themed overlay. I'm actually gonna keep it because that's kind of funny. So we're gonna keep the New Vegas themed overlay here on Twitter today. I tweet a bunch. Let me tell you something about Twitter. Okay, I love Twitter. I love X. X is great. Arguably not my favorite platform because it's not YouTube's my favorite platform, but a close second. I fucking love X. Okay, X is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous platform. Like it's half robots, half Indians, and it's, you know, you can hardly tell the difference between the two. Not because the robots have gotten advanced, but because the Indians, well, let's be honest. Now, folks, I fucking love X. I'm always tweeting because the way you get hit on X, the way you get views on X is it's brute force. This is how you know that it's programmed by Indians, right? Because it's a very Indian-centric algorithm. Now, what do I mean by that, okay? It's a cowgorithm, right? Like, so when you tweet, like if I'll tweet like 50 times in a day, and then one of them will hit. And that's literally what you have to do. You have to fucking tweet 50 times a day, and then hopefully one of them hits. And that's literally just the game. That's the game. Unless you have like a significant following that like is following you, which I don't have on Twitter. My Twitter is pretty low key. So if you want to follow, by the way, at Vrillium Live, people ask me, oh, where can I follow you? I'm Vrillium Live everywhere. YouTube, Rumble, everywhere, fucking Discord. I am Vrillium Live everywhere. Now, let's take a look. So I fucking tweeted, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. This shit did numbers. Hold on. So this is the original tweet, okay? This is the original tweet. I don't know if you guys saw this, okay? This is from random account, commentary account, super random, like Anon account. They post, okay? It's a TikTok of this Indian gentleman, a guy called Woken Brownie, okay? Now, I don't know anything about his background. I don't know what his thing is. I don't know. And it's no hate. Listen. It's no hate to Mr. Woken Brownie here, okay? It really isn't. It sucks to suck, you know? And so he posts this. Let's take a look at the clip, okay? Let's take a look at the clip. We're not gonna watch. It's 4 minutes. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but you'll get the idea pretty quickly on.
Having strict racial preferences is 99% of the time weird, racist, or all of the above. Now, I know that all of our collective...
Okay, that's basically all you need to know, okay? That's all you need to know. The guy basically puts, if you have racial preferences in dating, that's racist. Basically, and so everyone kind of quickly notices, wait a minute, no, it's not. I don't want to be presumptuous here, Mr. Ranjit, but it kind of sounds like you just want white women to like you, and they don't. Listen, that's just coming from me, okay? Everyone notices this and they're giving him shit, okay? So I see this and I say to myself, okay, yeah, this is a banger tweet. This is a moment for a banger tweet. So all I did, let me know, chat, all I did was I went into Grok and I asked it, okay, what would this guy look like if he was white? That's all I did. That's all I did was I just said, what would this guy look like if he was white? Folks. Brutal, dude. Look at that. Oh, no, dude. No. No, dude. Oh my God. So we post the bleaching of him, okay? 4.8 million views. 4.8 million views. This shit pops the fuck off. I'm like, everyone is seeing this. And of course, and this is what I love. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me teach you some game, okay? I'm gonna teach you guys some fucking social media platform game, okay? Rule number one, be able to like roll with the punches, okay? No one's gonna like you. Like, you're gonna have people who like you, and you're gonna have people who just don't like you. And you gotta roll with the punches, okay? So people are gonna make fun of your appearance and shit, whatever, okay? That's rule number one. Rule number two, know how to piss off Indians. That is, I mean, I'd argue that's equal with rule number one. That's honestly rule number zero. Like, it is the most important thing to know. Know how to piss off Indians. If you can piss off Indians, like, properly, your engagement numbers will be fucking insane because they fall for it every single time. Every single time. 4.8 million views. Let me ask you, chat. Let me ask you. Tell me in the chat right now, who do you think this went to? 4.8 million views. Where do you think those views are coming from? Let me know. Who's viewing this post? Please, I would love to know. 19K likes. Who do we think is viewing this post? Yeah, it's like the whole populace of Mumbai is in the replies, and they are losing their fucking minds. Look at this. The cope is insane. People like, oh my God, I love it. I made this, by the way. People have been posting this as the reply. I actually made this. If you go to my account, I made this post. But yeah, everybody is just coping. See, look at this shit. I mean, some of them aren't even in fucking English. Like, hold on. Where's some of them are like, you can't even understand what the fuck they're saying. Wait, so an Indian guy would do white better than most white. Like, it's just these responses. You're like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, it just feels Indian.
What I face then as to what these comments look like. You're so good looking. Who cares what shade you are?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Like, it's funny because people are posting me and they're like, oh, well, he mogs you. I'm like, okay, dude, that doesn't matter. That's not the fucking point of the post. The point of the post is that, yeah, exactly. He lost Matt Izzat. The point of the post is that, like, dog, you would look better if you were European. That's the point of the post. Fuck what I look like. Who gives a shit? I know. I don't have a fucking. I just woke up. I never look good on camera. I never really. Listen, I'm no fucking supermodel. Okay, I think we're all well aware of that. But dude, that's not the fucking point. The point is, the point is, you were born European, it'd be a lot easier for you, buddy. That's the fucking point of the post. And what's funny is, I posted here because people were like, "Oh, well, he mogs you," and so I just posted this shit and tell me I'm wrong. Anybody can grab an unflattering screenshot from a video. Not everybody could travel to this guy's village and buy the most beautiful girl there for $5 and a green card. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying. Thank you, Obdo, for saying, yeah, I don't think I mog. I certainly don't mog. My platform is not built on my looks. And so, yeah, that was basically the whole thread today. It was people were just losing their fucking minds over that. My replies are still blowing up. Like my fucking second reply to it got 1.3 million. And it's blowing the fuck up. And people are posting me. Okay, this is real. Anyways, but folks, people are losing their fucking minds. What's going on right now? What's the chat saying? It's funny because who cares what you look like? It's about him looking better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't fucking matter what I look like. Who gives a shit? Oh, you guys are funny. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Okay, folks. Anyways, talk to me. What's happening today? Sunday, wonderful Sunday. I will admit, Lord forgive me. I slept through church this morning. Lord forgive me. That was my bad. I should not have done that. You guys ever do that? You ever sleep through church? That's a bad feeling. That's a bad, especially when you go to sleep early and you're like, I'm gonna do it, and then you wake up and you slept through it. Like you slept through your alarm, and you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, dude. Like I'm going to hell and I deserve it. Like I had one of those moments this morning, you know. Yeah, exactly. Negative 1,000 worth of points. It fucking happens, dude, and it's just, it sucks. Now I want to see the Indian, you know, I don't have an Indian Vrillium, but I remember like forever ago when I had like my first viral tweets. There's a whole account dedicated to this. Hold on. Where did they tweet that? It was so funny. Hold on. Yeah, someone created instead of Vrillium Live, Vrillium Jive. Vrillium Jive. Black Vrillium. What do you guys think? Do I look better as white Vrillium or black Vrillium? I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a soul brother. Like, he looks kind of funky. I'm not gonna lie, like, he looks pretty good. I look pretty good as he looks like he watches Dragon Ball Z. That's so true. Why, dude, that's so true. Why does every black dude who watches like anime, they look like this? They have, you know why? You know why? It's because he looks just like, what's his name? Hold on. He's an adult now. Hold on. What's his fucking name? Let me pull up a photo. What's his fucking name? Yes, here we go. It's because he looks like fucking, this guy is like the quintessential black nerd phenotype these days. Tyler James Williams. He looks just like, it's because he looks like Tyler James Williams. That's why. Oh my goodness. Okay, folks. Anyways, we have some content to watch and stuff today, which we're going to get into. But first, I'm just checking in with the chat. Oh, I just woke, you guys get like, oh, I just woke up. I'm all fucking in the face. You know, I'm all like bloated. I took a shower. I'm not prepared for the stream. I'm not in my Sunday best for the stream, but we press onward. Fucking some housekeeping for you guys. I still have I've yet to receive my code from Sesh. Okay. So as you guys know, the other day I received my first package I am now sponsored by Sesh nicotine pouches. However, they have yet to send me a code. I have literally no way to send you guys to go buy it. And like, at least no way to like, where it makes me money. So I don't know. So we just have it in the set. They gave me a whole fucking bag of it. They gave me 200. They gave me this and then like 50 of like the actual like little. Do I have it here? Like the little. Yeah, it's back here. The little round ones. These guys. They sent me like 50 of these. Of this thing. 50. And there's 20 in each one. I'm sitting on easily 1,000 of these things, and they have yet to send me a fucking code. So I've said it before. If you would like wait for me to get a code, if you like really want to support, if you want to be funny, feel free, go buy some Sesh pouches and then just write in the address that William sent you. I have literally no idea how I'm supposed to do it. And I fucking DM'd them and they were like, oh, yeah, no, we'll get to you this week. And they never emailed me. So I have to follow up with them again. I mean, like, at the end of the day, they gave me a bunch of free shit. So if it turns out they like, I don't know, they negged on the offer, like they found my content. Because I'm going to be like I'm fairly fucking sure they did not watch my content before sponsoring me. Because they have like so many people that they work with, like so many influencers, that I am like 75% sure they just saw the numbers and were like, oh, this guy's popular. He's got followers. Here you go. Here's our fucking influencer package. Go ahead and work for us. Like, I don't think they actually sat and watched it. And I'm starting to think that somebody on their team, like, sat and then watched it and they were like, oh, fuck, we cannot be associated with this. This is fucked up. And so, well, exactly because of them, you know, because of the tribesmen, you know. But I don't know. But in any case, they say I don't have to fucking buy nicotine pouches for the next, I don't know, like year. They sent me like 1,000 of these fucking things. Anyways, what's going on here? Someone is saying Kosovo is Serbia in Serbian in my chat. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Kosovo is whatever Kosovo wants to be. That's my take. My take is Kosovo is whoever I'm talking to. Because that whole situation, I have seen people lose their lives over that. And it's like, I don't want to join them. I don't feel strongly enough either way to die for it. And so I got no horse in that race. I'm good. Kosovo can come out when he's ready. Kosovo is whatever the fuck Kosovo wants to be. I don't care. Kosovo is in Europe. That's what I'll say. Kosovo is it's in Europe. That is all I'll fucking say on that. I'm good. I do not need a drone busting through my window, carrying Rocky or whatever the fuck they drink over there and exploding my house. I'm good. I don't need it. Now, folks, what is you might see here on the live, if you look at the name, it says what is the official name? It was like, what is it? Hold on, I can check here. I'm Leaving MAGA. That's the name of the live. Okay, I'm Leaving MAGA. Okay. First off, I never was fucking in MAGA. Let me say that's fucking clickbait. I never was in MAGA. I never voted. Actually, fun fact about me, I'm gonna give you guys a little dirt on William here. I never voted for Donald Trump. Mostly because I don't vote. I've never voted. That's a lie. I voted one time when I was 18 in a local election. I voted for a councilman position. That is the one time in which I have voted. I did not. I was a child in 2016, so I couldn't vote. I was 16. I didn't vote in 2020 because I was in college and I was on drugs and I had like a million other things going on. And then I didn't vote in 24 because again, I don't vote. I'm not going to go out of my way to go do that. And so did not vote. Not a voting guy. And so maybe in 28 I'll go vote. I already said in the midterms I'm going to go vote for the Democrat Party because it'll be funny. But I don't know if I'm actually going to like go out of my way and do that. I might though. If in the build up to the midterms people go, like there's some shit, like people go to Ohio, people go to wherever, I might do that. But no, I don't fucking vote. I don't do that shit because it's stupid. All right, fuck you, Abdo L Stream. Fuck. All right, well you're from Africa, so who really won? Anyways, yeah, like I just don't fucking vote, and so I'm not leaving MAGA because I never was fucking part of MAGA. I never voted for Donald Trump, and my choice here, I'm certainly not having buyer's remorse because my choice here is pretty fucking vindicated, I think. Like everyone can agree, like not very good. Like the fucking, MAGA has become, I got to be careful saying the acronym MIGA because I said it one time and YouTube thought it was the no word. So MIGA. I can say it like that. There we go. MIGA. If you say it how it's spelled, MIGA, YouTube will hit you because they think you're saying a different word because it's robots. But anyways, yeah, I made a tweet about this. Big tweet about this today. or not today. It was I think last night I made the tweet, and people were pissed about it, but I was absolutely fucking right. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at the tweet. Not as big as my other tweets, certainly not as big as the India tweet, but this sums it up. Look at this. They got what they voted for, because look at this. Everyone right now is having the conversation about, oh, did we get what we voted for? Oh, did we get the fucking mass deportations? Did we get whatever? They got what they voted for. They did. These guys right here, zero buyer's remorse, okay? They are not sitting up on streams and on content fucking rationalizing everything going on. They're not sitting around going, okay, no, but actually, like, we could fix this. Like, no, actually, like, later. No, none of that. These assholes, they got what they voted for on, like, the first day. The first day. They got what they paid for, exactly. They got what they paid for. The first day, no problem, sent directly into their fucking bank account. They paid that shit, product return, Amazon Prime delivery, the same fucking day. They got everything they wanted. Everything. Yeah, that is pretty funny in the corner there. Oh, dude, Twitter's great. But no, they got everything they wanted. And so my whole thing is like, dude, I'm done with this shit. And, you know, the reason why I'm saying I'm leaving the right is because, not like, if you go on Twitter, this whole little multiverse that exists of fucking MAGA influencers are so stupid. And just like, they're so clearly attempting to sell us on this bullshit. They're trying to sell us on the idea that things are good. And they're like, no, things are great. Like, oh, net zero migration. Oh, and it's like, dude, enough. Enough of this shit. I don't know. Did you guys see? Let me pull up the clip, actually. Did you guys see? It's actually in my DMs, the clip. I'm actually, you know what? Can I pull that up? Let me see if I can pull that up without showing you guys my DMs. Let me pull that up. I don't need you guys seeing that on public. Hold on one second. Oh, I'm getting like a million fucking. Okay. Can we like. What, my God. Okay. What are people saying in the chat? Let's see. Who was his biggest donor? Miriam Adelson. The fucking Adelsons. Exactly. And I mean, that was part of the video that I did. The whole, you know, Adelsons and all that. That video didn't do as big as I thought it would. It did okay. The Likud takeover of MAGA. It did okay. Where did I put that? I think it was yesterday I posted it. Where did I fucking send that? Yeah, here we go. I mogged him to death. Do you guys know who Jaden McNeil is? Let me ask real quick, because I always get the fucking, everyone always says, oh, it's William. William's a Groyper general. He's a Groyper general. Who here would consider themselves a Groyper by all metrics and standards? Let me know in the chat. Ones if you do, twos if you don't. And mind you, I don't mean you just like Fuentes. I mean you'd consider yourself a true dyed-in-the-wool Groyper. Like you would, I don't know, you're his top fucking guy. Yeah, not a lot of fucking people. It's not, like, I have Groyper fans, of course, but not a lot of people. Like, people aren't really pining to be into that. Yeah, it's like a solid, probably like 50-50, honestly. Yeah. Two, but like him. Exactly. No one who actually watches my shit considers me a Groyper general. It's only these assholes. These, like, MAGA influencers who, let's be honest, they're just trying to shoot him down. They're trying to shoot him, and so they use me as, like, a proxy. I've noticed this. Anytime some shit happens with me, the immediate go-to is, that's Vrilliam. Here's the dumb shit Vrilliam's doing. The Groyper general. And why? Why do they do that? Is it because they genuinely care what shenanigans I'm getting up to? Do they care about what jokes I'm making? No. It's because they want to fucking attack him, but they know they're not relevant enough. And so Jaden McNeil, if you're aware of the fucking history there, which I wasn't even fully aware of it. Jaden McNeil, though, he's this fucking guy who I guess used to be actually literally a Groyper general back when that was a thing. Because Groyper general isn't a thing anymore because AIPAC, they don't do that anymore. Like, he doesn't do IRL stuff. And so back when that was a real thing, that people were considered truly Groyper generals, he was one of them. He was one of them. Like, actually. And now he's like not cool with Fuentes. This guy, he hates me because he's not very popular. He's not very relevant. He is constantly fighting me, constantly shitting on me because he's like bitter. He's like super bitter that he left the Fuentes train early. And so we had this whole fucking conversation on stream. We hit like because he has his whole stream basically dedicated to just shitting on me, which like, hey man, you know, all right, whatever. And so he's this whole stream dedicated to shitting on me. And I joined because it came up on my timeline and I joined and I was like, all right, they're talking about me. Let me see. I'll go join. Fuck it. Why not? And I go in. Let me note this guy's whole stream. Like he's obsessed. Like it's crazy. Like he is obsessed with hating on Nick Fuentes. And by proxy of that, me. One of his chat emotes is my fucking Tourette's. Like, they made a GIF of, like, me twitching, you know how I do on stream? They made a fucking GIF of that, and that's one of his emotes, which I will say, that's kind of fucking funny. I would absolutely make that one of my emotes. That's actually pretty funny. And, like, whoever made that, if you want to send it to me, I'll gladly make it an emote in my community. But, like, that shows how obsessed they are because I've never spoken to this guy. I didn't even know who he was. And that's how much he's watching me do shit. And so I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but like, fuck it, I'll join. And we had this whole talk. And yeah, I like mogged him to death because I view mog him, number one. And two, like, he was so pissed that I was there. Like, I legit can't play most of it on stream because it was on Kick. So he could say whatever he wanted. Like, he fucking went off on me. But I mogged him to death. I nonchalant maxed him. Let me play the audio from it. It was so fucking funny. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can hear the audio. Hold on. It's like, where is it?
Why you are?
Hold on. It might be pretty quiet. Hold on. Dude, Twitter is so
Where you are. Wherever
Jaden,
the
come
wind
on, I'm
blows,
trying to give you a
sure
nice
you'll be
vibe.
back watching Hassan very soon.
I think I have to pull it up on my profile. Hold on. Oh, you know where I could find it? It was God, what was his name? Fuck, where was it? It was like, hold on. Yeah, but I didn't tweet at him. That's the fucking problem. What is the chat saying? Really, I'm trying to catch his meal ticket with. I mean, hey, no, I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of his. I don't consider myself a Groyper by any means. You know, I don't consider myself as such, but I'm certainly a fan. I certainly like his content. Oh, the mics. Let me turn the mic down a little bit. Is that good? Can you guys hear me? I don't want to like destroy the mic. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Yeah, he absolutely is. What happened? I actually don't know where Ian. It's the weekend, so I think Casual American Media. That's Ian. He runs Casual American Media. It's like a network. He's the moderator here. I think he's just busy on Sunday. He's Mormon. I don't know what the fuck those people do on Sundays. I don't know what the fuck their church looks like. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, he says it's cool if I say his name. I talked to him. I said, "Hey, like, what's your, like, can I call you Ian or do I have to say Cam?" And he said, no, it's fine because he's also public. And so he's the moderator. I don't know what the fuck they do on Sundays. Maybe they're sacrificing a goat. I have no fucking idea what these people do. I have no idea. But whatever it is they do on Sundays, I think he's busy doing that. And so he's not going to be here this evening. So I don't know. But Hazaldin, did you just say Hazaldin is better than Nick? Are you, bro? Dog. What? Hold on. No. Hold on. Back it the fuck up. Roll it back. Hazaldin. First off, the fact that someone here knows who Hazaldin is fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Now, if you had said Hinkle, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. He's like popping on Twitter. Like, people know Hinkle or whatever. But Haz, that's deep, dude. Holy shit. I'll give you a little story about Hazaldin. Fun fact about old William here. Now, I've said it before, okay? I've said it before that prior to my baptism, prior to a lot of things, I was very like liberal. I was a leftist even. And for many years, I was like a leftist. But there was this intermediate period in my life, I want to say from like 2023 to 24, wherein I was still a leftist in the sense of like politically, but I was a MAGA communist. Like, I was part of Hazaldin's thing. I like knew him well. Like, well. Mind you, this was way before the ACP and Hinkle blowing up and all this stuff. Like, I was in a Discord with these guys, like on the way back. And I was a huge fan of his.
I'm a Mormon. Converting to Catholicism.
Oh.
Mormons don't work on Sunday. We go to sacrament and spend time with family. It's a day for prayer and scripture study. If he has a temple calling, he's there.
Okay. Okay, so I guess that's that. So for those asking, that is where Ian is. And thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate that. Swift Currents 375. I didn't know that. Okay, I don't know anything about them, dude. I know that they have some funky beliefs. I know that they drink a lot of soda, and they all live in Utah. That's all I know about them. That's all I know about the Mormons. Beyond that, I don't know about their lot. Oh, and they go on mission. I know that. Anyways, point is, right? Back to the story. So yeah, I was part of the, at the time they were called the MAGA communists. That was his name for it. They have since become, I'll pull it up. Hold on. They joined up with Eddie Leaguer Smith, if you know him, the wrestler Marxist guy from Midwestern Marx. They joined up and created the ACP. What's their ad? I don't even know their ad. Hold on, it's somewhere. That's ACP California. Oh, okay, ACP Maine. That's their profile. Okay. Yeah, so this is the ACP. I was a fucking part of like the foundational shit with it. Like, I was fucking there when this shit was being planned. There you go. I was there when this shit was being planned. And it's funny. I ended up leaving because I had my baptism and I kind of realized some things about politics, which I'll get into. But like, I was there. I was under a pseudonym. If you ask any of those people about a man named Thomas Brooke, that's me. That's me. I was Thomas Brooke. Way before I used my real name on the internet, which is Will Sexton, I called myself Thomas Brooke because I lived near Thomas's Brook in Jersey. And so I called myself Thomas Brooke on the internet, and that I was like a fucking foundational member in that shit. Swear to God. I swear to God. And it's so funny when like I come across their shit online because I'm like, dude, like I was fucking there for that. No, it was cringe. This is not me endorsing them. Let me be clear. I left for a reason. It's a fucking stupid belief. Like, it's a stupid fucking belief system. It's dumb. There's a reason I left. I'm just noting that I was there like many, many years ago. And you know, they actually played a huge part in my like change of my politics, and I'll explain why. And this also kind of blends into the topic for tonight. So basically, right? Oh shit.
I can't post my real comment in the super, so we'll send this with love, then post my real comment under this.
Oh? Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is it like censored? Don't say some shit that's censored. I don't need my chat. I don't need to get banned. Don't. Here's $20. I'm about to say the N-word. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that, please. I appreciate it though. Yeah, what do you got? We're here. We're waiting for you. We're waiting. Maybe it's getting censored. I don't know. I guess we'll wait. Anyways, let me answer some of these questions here. Would you debate? I would debate Hazeldine, but it wouldn't be very interesting because it's just about a fundamental disagreement. I don't even necessarily disagree. I mean, here's why I left the ACP. Then, mind you, this was before it was called that. This was back when it was MAGA communism. So, like I said, grew up very liberal. If you know anything about William's past, I think it's pretty fucking clear I was pretty liberal, okay? Let's just be real. Now, why did I leave leftism? Well, I left leftism because leftism is race communism. That's why I left it. Because I'm not adverse to the idea, okay? And I'm still not, of like a strong government program. And mind you, when I was like a liberal or when I was a leftist, I wasn't like a fucking like Hillary Clinton voter leftist. I was like a communist. I was like a socialist, you know? And I read a lot of books and like I've always been if I'm going to do something, I really do it. And I read a lot, okay? And so that's his comment. Stuck in a weird rut where they want to go full communist termite, but they think their base is in the middle, so they never. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, okay. If that's the comment, then yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I'm actually about to touch on that. So the left, right, the actual like left, when you think of like the Hassan Piker left, or even like more left, like actual socialism, okay? Yeah, they do talk about me on our slide. They talk about me everywhere. Anyways, basically, right, what ended up happening was I'm not adverse to the idea of a strong state. I'm not adverse to the idea of utilizing the taxpayers to pay for things that benefit all of us. I'm not. And I'm still not. I still believe that's something we should aspire to. And I think most young people agree. I think most young people see places like China and Russia and see the things that are offered to their public, okay? And they're like, yeah, why don't we do that? Like that, like if we're going to be this prosperous country, like healthcare should be free. I get that, okay? Now, here's the thing though. Like if you spend any time with leftists, you realize very quickly, oh, wait a minute, that's not what they care about. What they care about is like race communism. Like their view of the Marxist structure is one that's based upon race. And so it didn't matter what I believed as a white American, then, a Christian or becoming Christian man. It doesn't matter because everything I said to them was from the bourgeois perspective because they're race communists. And so they view, if you've ever read Marx, okay, for those who haven't actually read Marx, okay, Marx's whole thing talks about society and how society is a class struggle and how in society there's base and superstructure, okay? This is like very basic fucking Marx. Now, he argues that all of history is a class struggle, right? And that the base of a society is things like production, labor capacity, all that shit, okay? It's the stuff that everything's built upon. And then the superstructure is things like culture, religion, hierarchy, all this stuff. That's why Marxism is atheist, because they believe that religion is part of the superstructure. And the Marxist perspective is that the base, the proletariat, should own the means of production and are the most important foundational pillar of society, et cetera, et cetera. You get the fucking idea, okay? And so the race communist perspective, like the Hassan Piker perspective, is that no, the base, it has nothing to do with labor. It's the base is everyone who isn't white, and then the superstructure is all the white people. And so they're race communists. And so I left that because that's nonsense. That's bullshit. That's like bitter migrant shit. Okay. So I left that. And so I ended up becoming a fan of what, fucking Haz al-Din had to say, because Haz al-Din, if anybody, no, it's Poland Spring. Deer Park? What do you think I am? Poor? Think I'm brown? No, we drink Poland Spring around here, dog. What are you talking about? Come on now. Anyways, what's going on? Do you think CA ends up with the Republican government because the 6 Democrats are too petty? I'm not locked into California's gubernatorial race. I don't fucking know. I'm not. I know Gavin Newsom. That's all I know about that. But let me continue on this, okay? Now, what ended up happening, I leave that because if you've ever actually read like any of the actual socialist theory, for, granted, it is what it is, and I disagree with it now, but like, if you've read it and agree with it at whatever time in your life, like, they're not doing that. They're doing race communism. That's a different thing. Now, out of all the people who are actually doing and actually believing in Marxist principles, the ACP is doing that. Like, they are Marxists. They are. And Haz al-Din himself is a very educated guy. I would not stand here and go, he's an idiot. No, he's a very educated and very articulate guy. And he very clearly understands Marx's dialectic. Meanwhile, these like leftist liberal people, they don't. They're just race communists. They just don't like white people. And so I liked the ACP at the time. I did. But the problem is, and this is where I come in, okay? This is where my own political beliefs come in, is that I liked the concept of authoritarianism. I liked the concept of the strong state. I think it's very clear that autocracy is currently beating democracy, this system that we have here, this bullshit that we do where it's all bought out, all that shit. Clearly autocracy is better than that. I believe in strongman politics. I can respect those things. But the issue with the ACP is that they never got to the fucking problem. They never addressed race. They never addressed ethnic, religious, whatever ties. They never talked about it. They never got to the core of it. Because everything falls apart over the Israel question. Everything. Everything falls apart. And what do I mean by that? It's very simple. All you have to do is ask these people, okay, well, fucking Sheldon Adelson. I'll pull up a photo. Let me pull up a photo while we do this, okay? Let me just get you guys a little photo real quick. Sheldon Adelson. Arguably biggest donor to the pro-Israel cause in whatever capacity ever. Obviously, Adelson, Las Vegas casino magnate, lots of money. He is like literally funded the entire political rise of Netanyahu as well as Donald Trump. Like, this guy is a full-on, this guy is the billionaire who literally funded Israel's ascension to where they are right now. What are these people texting me? Okay, go away. All right. He funded all of that, okay? Sheldon Adelson, he's dead now, but when he was alive, did not have Israeli citizenship. So, wasn't Israeli. He did go on to marry an Israeli woman. Israel woman. I love you, Israel woman. No, he went on to marry a woman from Israel, but he himself, born in America, lived in America, made all of his money in America, died in America. He is this is not an Israeli man. He had no meaningful business ventures in Israel. There was no casino there. He owned no profitable property there. Nothing. He had absolutely zero tie materially to Israel. Zero. And yet, he is the biggest donor for the pro-Israel cause ever. Like, literally ever. If you took his lifetime donations from when he was alive, it amounts to like trillions upon trillions of dollars across elections in America and Israel. And why did he do that? Why did he do that? He's Jewish. He's Jewish. He is Jewish. He was a Jewish man. That's why he did it. And the ACP, Hassan Piker, Everybody who's not on this fucking side of the aisle, they could not explain it. Because all those people, they don't believe in that stuff. Because for the Hassan crowd, it's offensive. It's bigotry to say that. So they're like, no, they would never say that. And then from the ACP perspective, from the traditional Orthodox Marxist traditional perspective, well, that doesn't make any sense because the idea of ethnicity and like tribal affiliation, that's superstructure. So that's supposed to be bullshit. And that's not, you can't explain that. Their reasoning is, oh, well, it's a capitalist thing. But it's not. He made no money off of this. Sheldon Adelson made $0 fucking dollars off of all of his investments into Israeli politics. 0. No property there. No businesses there. Nothing. He wasn't even a fucking citizen. And mind you, he could have been a citizen. He, like any Jewish person walking on the fucking planet today, can get citizenship in Israel. He wasn't even a citizen there. And yet, he spent trillions, not billions, trillions with a fucking T on Israel, both in America and in their elections. And so it leads to one logical conclusion. There's one fucking conclusion you can make from that. He is Jewish. That's why he did it. He's Jewish. He wants to benefit Jewish people because he is a Jewish supremacist. That's why. That's it. That's why he did it. And so that's why I left things like the ACP. Is because they couldn't explain that. Is because when you ask them that question, they are fucking blank in the face. They have no answer. Because everyone knows why. It's just an uncomfortable truth. It's an uncomfortable truth. Because once you understand that Adelson existed, it then begs the question, how many have existed? This is the one we know of. This is the one that did it the most publicly with the most money. Who are the ones we don't know? Who are the people who did things for Israel on the same level of ethnic loyalty that we know nothing about? What about the people who did that who we do know about, but they just didn't do it with money? And it was from there that I went down this rabbit hole of, oh my God, yes, supremacy exists in this country. It does. I spent my whole fucking life as a white American man being told over and over and over again that white supremacy was a problem. And I was then, and even now, am inclined to agree that yes, supremacy is a problem. I am a Christian. I believe that we are all created equal in the eyes of God, that every single living, walking man, no matter his morality, is bearing on his fucking face the icon of Jesus Christ. Every single man. And yet, in my life, born in 1999 to this fucking day, 2026, year of our Lord, Anno Domini, I've never seen white supremacy. I've never seen it. Ever. And yet, all my life, I have watched all these ethnic groups work for themselves and work for their people. And I've especially seen Jewish supremacy. It is a real fucking thing, and it is so real, it is so tangible that you can't even talk about it. And that's my question out there to the leftists. If white supremacy is such a fucking problem, why am I allowed to talk about it? If there really is white supremacy, that the white man is dominating you so much and holding you down so fucking much, why are you allowed to talk about it? There's Harvard courses on it. Harvard courses. You can go to the fucking highest institution in this country right now and take a course taught to you by some shitlib professor about how much white supremacy is holding you down. Yet the minute you say, I think there's Jewish supremacy, I think that other groups are equally as capable, of holding supremacist values. I think that other groups are able to have individuals who believe themselves better on an ethnic basis. How dare you say that? And it begs the question, if there was an ethnic group or a religion or fucking whatever in this country that truly was supreme, that truly held a supremacist view, why would they let you talk about it? And no one can answer that. No one can answer that. Why would they let you talk about it? They wouldn't. They wouldn't let you talk about it. They would absolutely do everything in their fucking power to silence you. Where is the Anti-Defamation League for the white supremacy course at Harvard? Where is that? I don't see it. And so that is where my politics came from, was saying, yes, I am an American. My fucking ancestor, Benjamin Spalding, God rest his soul, okay, fought in the Revolutionary War and nearly died fighting for his country that didn't even fucking exist yet. He fought for his country. That's my great fucking whatever grandfather, okay? Benjamin Spalding. Look him up if you'd like. And I believe in the values, the ideals, everything that man fought for. Everything. And so I don't want to live in a world of supremacy. I don't want to live in a white supremacist world. I don't. In Jesus' name, I don't. I promise you I don't. I'm not a white supremacist. I am absolutely not. Because I believe in what the church says. I believe in Christianity. I believe in these things. And I do. And I believe in the Constitution. I absolutely do. But all I'm seeing here is I'm being told that we're the fucking problem when the supremacists are right fucking there, brother. Right there. And yet we can't talk about it. This is the problem. This is the problem. And so my politics, no, I'm not a fucking wignat. I'm not MAGA. I'm not one of any of these assholes because none of them get to the root of the fucking issue, okay? None of them. I'm not consumed by hatred. I'm not consumed by any of this shit, okay? Because my forefathers, Benjamin Spalding, when he fought, he was not fighting from a place of hatred.
As a white American man, an Orthodox Christian, I pray all awake to the JQ, not because they are the sole evil, but they are a large one.
Amen. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, amen. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. In Jesus' name, you're completely right. And thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that. And like, I really appreciate that. But it just, it is what it is, right? Like, I believe in the things that we fought for. I mean, like, my great-grandfather, he did not fight the British because he hated the British. He was British. His father or whatever, his grandfather, was born in fucking wherever in England. Like, he was British, but he fought for a love of his country. And so what I fight for is not for my hatred of people. Listen, I've said this before. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say it. I don't hate anybody. I really don't. How could I hate? How could I hate? How could I hate a man? How could I do that? How could I do that? In Jesus' name, how could I do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to hate a man. How do you do that? I can't do that. In Jesus' name, I can't. Because like I said, every single man bears the icon of Christ on his face. How can I ever say that? How? I can't. And okay, yeah, you hate Shabbos custom. Okay, yeah, no, I joke and I say, oh, I hate him. But no, come on. How could I? I can't. And I don't hate Jews. I don't. I really, really don't. And honestly, I don't think this is an ethnic, like, innate thing. I really don't, because I've met Jews. I have. Wallah, I have. I've met Jews who say to me, they say to me, well, I notice the same problems that you notice. What can I do? Like, I don't like this. I don't like that my people are doing this. And they feel guilt. They feel real, genuine guilt for that. And what do I say to that man? What do I say to him? I say to him that it's simple, that yes, supremacy exists and these people are supremacists. And the problem, it exists within the culture. There needs to be a change in their view of themselves, in the view of their culture. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, listen, the chat's absolutely right. I didn't leave MAGA. MAGA left me. But I'll say this. I didn't leave America. I didn't leave the Constitution. The Constitution, the people, they have left me. Because this is my problem with the right. It's because I meet the right and they're so consumed by hatred. By hatred. I meet men who claim to be good Christian men who are consumed by such hatred. How could you? How could you do that? How could you do that? Be consumed by such fucking hatred. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that. And I'm seeing the chat right here. You know, we joke 109 countries. Fucking quote me, clip me. In Jesus' name, I do not want to see 110. In Jesus' name, I do not want 110. Just as I imagine my forefathers did not want to see 109. I promise you. I promise you. In Jesus' name, I say that. I promise you. Because I don't want to live in a world where we have to expel people. I don't want to live in a world where we have to kill people. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in that world. I'm not violent. I don't want to see that. In Jesus' name, I don't see that. I don't want that. And the problem is that the hand is forced. Like, I promise you, the hand is forced. Exactly. The 109 are mostly Christian countries. I promise you, on country 108, they were saying to themselves, guys, we don't want to expel them. We don't want to do that. But they had no fucking choice. And this is the problem. I don't want to get to that point. But we quickly are. We quickly are if we cannot address the fucking issue. We cannot take a look at these people and say, yes, there is a fucking problem with their culture and identity. And their identity. That's what it is. And so, no, I'm not a hateful guy. And I hate seeing comments like people, they're like hateful people. I'm like, dude, no, that hateful shit is low IQ. I'm not a hateful guy. I'm not a hateful guy. I'm really not. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a hateful guy. I don't. I'm not that type. I'm not that person. And so there needs to be a change here. And if the change requires that, yeah, we are going to have to like disempower some fucking, we're going to have to like put rules in place that say, yeah, we can't let these people in government. If we have to put some rules in place that are like, yeah, dude, sorry, like we can't, like you can't vote. Like it is what it is. If these people can't fucking fix themselves, we are going to have to step in. And that's the fact. Back to Europe. But the problem, but that's the thing that people say, oh, we'll send them back to Europe. But then what? You know why there's 109 countries? Because we never fucking stopped and addressed this shit. Because, okay, yeah, we send them to Europe. And then what? We make another fucking mess for our children in 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. That's what we do. We make another fucking mess. Is that what we do? We make another mess for these people. Now, you're talking about Zionists, no, I am talking, but that's the thing, is they're the same fucking thing. And that's what I'm trying to get at. People say, oh, no, it's the Zionists. It's not the Jews. No. It is Jews. It's Jewry. But I want to get to a point in which there is a difference. But right now, there is not. There's not. It's just, there is absolutely fucking not. This shit is ingrained into their community. And I promise you, I promise you. You want to know how I know this? You want to know how I know this shit? Let me show you something. You ready for this? I just released a thread on this today. Literally today. I'll show you right now. You ready for this? This is gonna blow you're gonna blow your fucking, this is gonna blow your minds. Ready for this shit? I did a whole pin on this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Who's that? Let me know, chat. Who's that? Who's that? That's me, motherfucker. And who am I standing with? Who are all these lovely black Epstein faces? Because I'm not going to show their face. That's me, age 14. The only Gentile at summer camp. That's me. Age 14, I went to summer camp. Now, for those, yeah, right, yeah, face full of joy. Yeah, I mean, fucking, yeah, he, that he hadn't met women yet. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, folks. Come on. No, no, that's me, age 14 at summer camp. Now, what do I mean by that? For those who don't know, summer camp is a really big part of Jewish culture in America. I don't know. Let me note. I don't know why. I mean, you'd think they'd learn to like not go to camp. Just saying. No, I'm kidding. No, they don't. That's a thing they do. It's mostly because both their parents work and then they're around all summer, and so it's become a part of their culture. Is they send their kids to summer camp. Okay, I went there. I'm not Jewish. Let me note. I can pull out the old Vril hog if you need. You'll see it all uncut if you want. All right, relax. Now, no, but I went because both my parents worked, and I'm from the coast, and my family had money, and so like if you're from the coast and you have like working professional parents and you have money, you end up around Jews. It is what it is, because you end up in, you know, the suburbs and you end up in the rich places with Jews. You do. It innately you do. And I was one of those. And so, and that's just what it is, you know? And so I went to summer camp as a kid. I was the only Gentile at this summer camp, which is crazy, but it was not a religious camp. Let me note, I did not go to Jewish summer camp. I went to a completely secular summer camp. Everyone there was Jewish. It was me and the counselors. We were the only non-Jews. It was me and the counselors, okay? And so that whole experience introduced me to the problem. It introduced me to the problem. Oh shit, I forgot to take my medicine. You commented that as a joke, I assume. I forgot to take my medicine, so I'm gonna go do that in a second. Anyways, fact is though, these people, okay, I grow up with them, okay? I'm actually gonna do a whole video on this soon. I grow up with them. That's my life, okay? When you grow up around them, you realize very quickly they live in their own world. They live in a nation inside of our nation. They have built their own world, like their own reality, their own world. Okay, they go to summer camp. Then after summer camp, they go on birthright to Israel. Then, okay, dude, I love the Hail Mary, God bless, but like, come on. Like, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, can we not do that, please? Come on. Okay. You're like that one SS off who could speak Yiddish. Exactly. I actually can speak some Yiddish, but that's besides the point. Anyways, the idea is, okay, I live amongst these people. I'm around these people, okay? And so, you know, when you're around them, you realize very quickly, yes, they live in their own world. Their own world. They have their own schools, their own money, their own everything. And they are born into the absolute lap of luxury. I cannot stress. Look at this photo of me with these kids. Let me note, every single one of these guys, every single one, I'm not kidding, every single one, I put it here, they either became settlers, lobbyists, they're on Wall Street or lawyers, or they were IDF soldiers. Every single one. Dude, I swear to God, every single one. If I could show you their face, I could show you the photos of them in their IDF uniforms. Every single one of these guys. Every single one. Every single one. And so you look at this And you understand they have their own world. They have their own nation inside of our nation. They are living with their own people amongst our people. And that's the fucking problem. That's why they're like that. It's not even about them not fully assimilating. They just made their own country. Okay, dude, what are we doing? Come on. Can we not, dude? Come on. Like, what are we doing? Enough with, like, the tradcath LARP. Like, what are we doing? That's so stupid. I don't know. I attract the same spammers because people, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Point being, okay, these people live in their own world. And so you need to address, like, if you actually want to solve the problem here in our country, like, we need to address the fact that this exists and that, yeah, they have created their own nation, and then in that nation, they are the wealthiest of our country. And so, of course, they look at you at home and look at you as Goyim. They look at you as a fucking dog. Of course they do. Of course they do. If you lived in this world completely, like, just untouched. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I read The Great Gatsby. You ever read The Great Gatsby in school? You know, The Great Gatsby, and it talks in it about how, you know, F. Scott Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby, and they talk about how the rich people, they just live this life that is so detached from everyone, detached from the rest of the world, and everything is just fucking playthings to them. Like cars and death and life, it's all just, it doesn't even fucking matter to them. That's the life they lead. Actually, that book literally happens in Connecticut. That book happens in Connecticut and in Westchester, which is where these people are from. And that's where I hung out with them. And so, like, that, okay, what is this? You're living on Native Americans' lands. Okay, how about you shut up? Like, bro, just put the fire water in the bag, okay, Kimosabi? Like, get the fuck out of my chat with that shit. This land back shit. Okay, put the fucking tobacco in the bag, Choctaw. I'm good on that.
I am a Catholic from Brazil. I discovered your channel through Instagram. Best regards, and may Saint Mary bless you.
Thank you. I don't know the Orthodox perspective on her blessing people, but I get what you're trying to say. Thank you. Also, is that $5 in Brazil money? Is that what the R is? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but thank you. God bless you. I appreciate that. Brazil, I've always wanted to go to Brazil. I'd love to see it. I hear it's an experience. I hear Carnival's a fucking experience. I would probably get robbed. But I'm open to that. I'm open to that kind of experience, you know? So I'm willing to risk that, you know? And so I would love to go. But it 5 reals, you're funny. No, but like it is what it is. And so, you know, I think a great reconciliation needs to come from this. This notion that we're going to fucking get together and we're going to have this great fucking pogrom and we're going to fucking throw them. No, we're not. And I don't want to see that because these are human beings, okay? They're human beings who are wrong, who are born into a culture that is fundamentally incompatible with the rest of human society. Fundamentally. Like we can't do this with them, okay? We know that. But they're still human beings. They're human beings. And I don't want to see anyone, like, I don't want to see innocents killed. You know, I had a moment like this. I used to live in a place called Nanuet. I spoke about this on stream. I lived in a place called Nanuet. Now, Nanuet is full of Hasids. You know that video, Tyler Liviera, when he went to the fucking Hasids in Curious Joel? It's near there. It's like an hour away. And this is a community called Spring Valley, and they live there, okay? Oh.
Thanks for the history lessons.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, boss. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Javen Burns, thank you. Love it. Oh, from Canada. Love that. Hell yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? Oh, this is a great question. Would you agree that okay, don't just call them Ashkenazis. Treat Israel as their insurance policy. You know what? Let me actually comment on this. This is so real. Okay. I was actually supposed to do a live debate with Nina Yamini or whatever the fuck his name is. What's his name? You guys know him. He's fucking, you know who he is. The Nima? What's his name? Yeah, Nima Yamini. You know this fucking guy? You guys have he's bald, he's Mizrahi. You've definitely seen this guy. You know him? I was supposed to do a public like debate with him. And it ended up falling through, unfortunately. But like I've said it before. This is a hot fucking take. Yo, clip this. Okay, you guys ready? And I've said this before to Palestinians in my life. If you know anything about William's personal life, you know that I know a fair amount of them. Or I know enough. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay. Anyways, so I had a conversation once, and I even DM'd him about this, right? That basically, okay, I feel bad for the Mizrahis. I really do. Because the Mizrahis, like, they're just Arabs. That's the craziest part, is they're just Arabs. They're just Arabs. They're just Arabs. Like, if you watch a Mizrahi religious service, like a Mizrahi sermon, and then go watch a Muslim khutbah, that's like their word for like a sermon, like when an imam gives a speech, they are the same fucking thing. The same thing. It's literally just a fucking middle-aged guy in a robe yelling, "You kids and your fucking phones and everything's haram, everything's not kosher," and yada yada yada. It's the same fucking thing, the same level of like theatrics. They are the same thing. And there's a reason that the Mizrahis and the fucking Muslim Arabs live together in peace for so long, is because they're the same thing. They're the same fucking people. And I've said this before. The reason, a lot of people say that Palestinians don't exist. I did a whole clip on this, actually. The reason people say Palestinians don't exist is because in 1967, that is when Arafat, okay, Yasser Arafat, first like de facto leader of Palestine, okay, out of the Palestinian territories, whatever, he came up with the idea. He said, we are going to call ourselves Palestinian. And so a lot of Jews love to go, oh, well, actually, see, Palestine's not real because in the 1960s, no. See, the Palestinians are a people that have had many names over centuries. And he even writes in his letter about this that the Palestinian people have existed, but they're going to start calling themselves Palestinians because Israel now exists. Okay? So Israel exists. It's now been created. It's a nation. It exists. Okay? And so nothing they can do about that other than fight. Okay? So Israel exists. And now everyone who was excluded from Israel, everyone who was kicked out of the land before they created Israel, they don't have a name. And so he says, we're going to call ourselves Palestinians. Does not mean that they magically spawned out of fucking thin air. Their houses got taken. Like, they were there. This is just the first time that they recognize that they have a national presence, okay? And I've said it before. If the fucking Israelis, okay, if they had just come into the region and said, hey guys, we're Jews, we're going to move in here, and we're going to move in mass. You guys can stay and hang out and live here. We're going to move in. We're going to take over the government as well, but you guys can live here and keep doing your thing, keep farming, olives and whatever, and doing whatever the fuck you people do. We're just going to move in. And this country is now called Israel. If they had done that, the Palestinians today would be proud Israelis. I swear to God, they would be the proudest Israelis you've ever fucking seen. Ever. And there'd be no issue. Because, by the way, that's how their, statehood worked for, most of history. If you know anything about that region, about Syria, Palestina, about the Middle East, the Levant, Al-Sham, empires would come in constantly and go, hey, so this is Persia now. And they'd be like, okay, can I keep farming and marrying my cousin and shit? And they'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Okay, hail Persia. And then the next week, Rome would show up and go, hey, so this is Byzantium now. And they'd be like, okay, can I like keep farming and like drinking olive oil? And they'd be like, yeah, go ahead. We don't care. Okay, great. Fucking Ave, true to Kaiser. You know, and this is how the region worked for thousands of years. And like, if these fucking Jews had just showed up and said, yeah, this is Israel now. You guys can stay, but we're going to be in charge, and this is Israel now. I guarantee maybe there'd be some problems. Maybe they'd be like, oh, well, we want to be in the government. But beyond that, would not be what we have today. And I've said it before. If you took all the Mizrahi Jews right now and all the Palestinians right now and put them together in a country, they would be fine. Obviously, there'd be an initial period of like, okay, we have to like de-radicalize these people and like get them not to hate each other. But like, I swear to God, 50 years down the road, one generation later, they'd be it'd be totally normal. It'd be perfectly fine. And they know that. They fucking know that. It's literally only the Ashkenazis who brought with them ideology, who brought with them all of this shit that created these issues. And so I've said it before, when I talk about Jewish supremacy, honestly, I'm like largely talking about like coastal Ashkenazi Jews. I'm not talking about the Mizrahis. And by the way, if you watched my video, I'll pull it up here. Oh, my tics are really bad tonight. Hold on, where is it? It's because I haven't taken my pills. This video that I made, where is it? If you watch, where is it? This video, inside Israel's racial hierarchy, like the Ashkenazi Jews famously do not like the Mizrahi Jews. They don't like each other fucking at all. Like there is a huge beef between them. Like the Ashkenazi Jews absolutely look down on Mizrahi Jews and consider them not Jews. Exactly, pimp fajita. Exactly. Yeah, it's like exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh, sorry, you not hear me? My bad. But no, I mean, this is basically it. And so if you watched this video, you would understand the racial hierarchy immediately. Like, yeah, they do not like they do not like the Mizrahis. Like fucking Jeb Zabatinsky himself, the guy who created revisionist Zionism, literally the guy who created Netanyahu's ideology, who wrote all this stuff. He himself specifically said Mizrahi Jews are not Jews. He said this. He was like, yeah, they're not Jews. We're Jews, they're not. Like, so when I talk about Jewish supremacy, I'm talking about this very specific and small group of people that just have this immeasurable power in our society because they've taken advantage of our hospitality. And so I think solutions are possible. It's just that, like, it's going to require us to have a tough conversation. But this whole idea of either, like, this idea that the only two options are, no, don't talk about it, race isn't real, ethnic affinity isn't real, shut up, or we need to, like, become Giga Hitler and do all this horrific crime and, like, just commit wanton murder. The idea that those are the only two options, I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. I don't. And by the way, take all of, and this is, I don't mean to punch right, I really don't, but I'm saying this. Take all of these tough guy fucking internet Nazis. Take all of them, put them in front of a Jewish baby. Put them in front of a child and give them a gun and say, do it. They'll fold. They're not going to do it. They're not. Because it's so fucking easy for us to say, we just need to kill him, man, when you've never met one, when you've never spoken to one, when you've never seen one. Okay? It's very easy to do that. But then when you actually meet human beings and, like, have to have tough conversations, suddenly it's a lot more fucking nuanced. Like, and I had this experience. I swear to God I had this experience. Like I said before, I lived in Nanuet. And that's next to Spring Valley. Spring Valley is a heavily Hasidic. So, you know, Hasidic, like the fucking curls, Hasidic. It's where a lot of Satmar Jews live. If you know anything about Hasidim, Satmar Jews, I actually might make a video on them. It's where a lot of them live. And they have a lot of kids. And I remember I went to Target. There's a huge Target in Spring Valley. If anyone ever lived around there, there's a huge Target in Spring Valley, okay? I went there, and I'm shopping, and I'm at Target. And I have all my views and opinions and whatever, right? And I'm shopping. And I see a family, a Hasidic family. And I see a father, a Hasidic Jewish father, the whole nine, with his baby boy, with his son. And his son is sitting in the shopping cart. And the son drops a toy. He drops a toy on the ground. And he gets upset. And I watch this Hasidic Jewish man. He reaches down. He picks up the toy. He gives it to his son. His son stops crying. And it was there that I said to myself, we need to fucking fix this problem. Because I don't want to watch the angered masses butcher that fucking kid. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch the angered, justifiably angered masses be so swept up by their justified and real anger. I don't want to watch them murder that child. I don't want to see that. But I know that child, he'll grow up in a culture that tells him it's okay to go and murder a Palestinian child. I know this. I know that. And I know that father doesn't give a fuck about Palestinian children. And that's the fucking problem. And by the way, I have said this before. I will say it again. And this needs to be noted that people fucking forget, okay? The blessed apostles of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ were Jewish men. Enough of that. I've seen all this nonsense. They go, oh, well, no, they were. They fucking were. They were. And what did they go on to do? They were born in usury. They were born in a time in which they were fucking like trading and sacrificing in the temple to the Lord. All of this. Born of the Paul was born a Pharisee, persecuted Christians, and yet was changed by Jesus Christ. I don't want to see death like that. I really don't. I want proper, positive change. I don't believe in hatred. I believe in the gospel. I truly do. Okay? And this is not me fucking grandstanding. Okay? I'm in no place to tell anybody how to live. Okay? In no place. Okay? I am not a preacher. I'm not at all. Okay? I missed church today. I literally missed church this morning. Literally this morning, I slept through church. So like, I'm in no place to tell anybody how to live. But no, I'm done with the hateful stuff. I mean, I never did it, but I'm done being around it because I want to solve the issue, but I don't like this like low IQ hatred bullshit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that shit, dude. I don't want to see it. And like, yeah, okay, is Gypsy Crusader like funny? Yeah, it's hilarious. It's very funny. I love jokes like that are great. I make jokes like that all the fucking time, okay? But when I meet people who are like, no, I actually want to like murder, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you talking about? How could you say, like, how could you, I don't know. It's insane to me. And I had this conversation recently. I was talking about Shabbos Kestenbaum of all people. Shabbos Kestenbaum of all people. That piece of shit, that guy. The subversive, Jewish supremacist, Zionist. I mean, everything I hate. Everything that I think is wrong with this country is personified in Shabbos Kestenbaum. Everything. To his fucking core, okay? And I've said it before. If he DM'd me right fucking now and said, listen, Will, let's not have beef. Doesn't even say sorry. Doesn't even say, I'm going to try to change. If he just DM'd me and said, let's be cool, that's my brother. In Jesus' name, that's my brother. In Jesus' name, that's my brother. In Jesus' name. I swear to God. I swear to God. Because that's what we need to be. Because by the way, and this is what it is, that like, this is how you know people have not tried to return in repentance before. How could I hate that man? How? And again, I'm not trying to moral grants. I'm not, but like, how could I hate that man? How? How could I do that? None of us are deserving of the forgiveness of Christ. None of us. None, literally fucking none of you. None of you. Okay, if you're in William's chat, you especially aren't. Okay, let's be honest, guys. If you're watching William, you're absolutely not worthy. Let's make that very clear. But nobody alive today is worthy of his forgiveness. Not even the most blessed of saints are worthy of his forgiveness. That's the whole fucking point. That's the point. That's the whole fucking idea. And yet he died for us. Yet he knew that. He took that on and knew that. So, and he knew those who spit on him. And so I say it time and time again, I believe change is possible. I want to see a better America. And this is why I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm none of this shit, okay? It's all bullshit that's owned by Israel. It's bullshit. It's stupid, okay? It's fucking stupid. I'm for America, okay? My great-great-great-grandfather, Benjamin Spalding, I promise you, when he picked up a musket and a sword and fought for America, he didn't do so for the GOP. He didn't do so for the Democrats. He didn't do so for the left-wing people of his time, for the right-wing people of his time. He did it for America. Because he believed in it. Because he said, yes, I would rather fucking die than see America. Than see America go away. Than see it be a fiction. I would rather die. And he did it. And they won. And God bless, thank the Lord they won. Okay? And we're here today. And so I want to continue that. I'm not this fucking guy who's like, no, I want to continue that. I believe in the things that they believed in. I really do. I really do. And listen, you can call me naive. You can say, you're naive, you're light-handed, you're this, you're that. Okay, you know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I fucking am, but I'll die on that. I don't care. I don't care. Maybe I am. Maybe the real solution is that all of them need to be put in a wood chipper. Maybe that's the real solution. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take my shahada. Shut up, Abdo. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up, dude. We're not doing that. Matter of fact, I'll say this shahada. You ready? You ready for this one? La ilaha illallah wa yasu ibn Allah. Wa yasu ibn Allah. Wa Maryam imik Allah. I don't know how you'd say Mother of God. I don't know how you say that.
Christ was incarnate before time, is the Son, was, and will be. Christ is king. Sell your cloak and buy a dagger. BTW sick or Christ is king, was not allowed.
I don't know what you mean by the last part there, but yes, very true. God bless you, and thank you for the super chat. I don't know what you mean by the end there, but 1,000 shirk points, that's so funny. La ilaha illallah wa yasu ibn Allah. Jesus is the Son of God. If people don't realize I can speak a fair amount of Arabic, yeah. I always get them with that. I've gotten people in public with that because they are shocked that a white boy, that I'm on my Dune shit. Okay, you know, I pull up to the falafel cart. Hold on. You ready for this? You guys ready for this? This is how it goes with me. You ready? Because of me knowing Arabic, this is how I pull up all the time. You ready? This is me at the halal cart. You ready? This is me when I pull up to Paterson, New Jersey. On some real shit, okay? This is me. It's really how it goes with me, if you know me. I pull up to fucking Paterson, New Jersey to like order shawarma, and I pull up and I hit that and they're like, holy shit, we like lock in, like doing like that. No, God and Allah is the word for God. You know that, right? You know that, right? Allah, like if I know Arab Christians, that's the word they use. They say Allah. Allah is just the word for God. And Allah predates Islam by like thousands of years. It predates Islam by thousands of years. Like, you know that, right? Like, it predates Christianity by thousands of years. The word Allah is a very, very old word. It was used by several different groups. Like, by several different groups. You need to know that. Zeus is the demiurge. Shut the fuck up, dude. Get the fuck out of my chat. Okay, true. Sephardic Jews don't really exist anymore, though. You're saying, oh, well, it's Sephardic Jews are also a problem. Yeah, they don't really exist anymore. Because you have to understand, the Sephardic Jews, when we kicked them out, they went to Morocco, and then they mixed in. So, like, there's not a lot of Sephardic Jews alive anymore. There's, like, less than, I think, like, there's, like, not even 100,000 of them. They don't really exist anymore. Okay, no, they're not Khazarian Turks. We're not doing that here. Turn that shit off, okay? How did Jesus say the word God? Yeah, ilaha, yeah, because he spoke Aramaic. Well, he spoke Aramaic, but also he spoke Aramaic. He would have spoken the amount of Hebrew that existed at the time, okay? The amount of Hebrew that existed at the time was very minimal, but he would have known the word Elohim, which is God, or he would have known the word Hashem, or stuff like that. And he would have spoken enough Greek, because he was living in the Levant, he probably would have known the word Theos. Because Jesus lived, like, you have to understand, guys, like, fucking, you need to understand, Jerusalem, and, like, the area in which Jesus lived in his, or, like, during his ministry, during his life on earth, like, it was a very cosmopolitan area. It was literally in the center of the world. You guys need to know that, okay? Before we knew that the Americas were over there, that's why we call it the Middle East. It was literally the center of the world. So, like, everyone went there. Like the Bible itself mentions Arabs a ton of times. That's what Saraceans are. Like, the Greek word for them was the Saracen. To this day, they are called Saraceans. Like, that is what Arabs were. You guys need to know that. And I mean, I imagine Jesus spoke every language. He's God. But, like, in his day-to-day life in which he was interacting with people, he would have spoken Aramaic, yes. Because that was the language of the time. He didn't know. But, well, first off, okay, you have to understand. Hold on, what is this?
So I collect coins. Have you seen on the way coins? For reasons unknown, the Caliphate printed coins with crosses and bloody nails, and called Jesus the MHMD.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Well, I know this about coin printing, is that a lot of times empires would print coins that looked like the coins of other big empires. And that was, like, pretty common. Like, that's why there's European coins that have Arabic on them. And so, like, printing practices, they did that, like, pretty commonly. So I don't think that's indicative of anything. I think that's probably just I mean, the Umayyad Caliphate was a caliphate that spread into Europe. That there's probably some overlap there. No, I know the Sephardic Jews went to the Americas and Mexico. I do know that. I'm not saying they didn't, but then they mixed in. They don't really exist anymore. Jesus spoke Darija. Okay, he speaks every language. He's God. But I don't know. During his lifetime, he didn't speak Darija because it didn't exist yet. He wouldn't have been speaking in Darija to anybody because it didn't exist yet. English didn't exist yet. Yes, he said the Father is greater than I, but he and the Father are one. Which, this is, I'm not a fucking apologist, okay? Don't take my word for this, okay? Please don't. I'm not an apologist. This is a religious stream insofar as I am a religious man, and that informs my opinion on things. That informs my take on things. However, this is not a religious stream. Oh, shit.
Back here with the funny money. In Australia, we just had our first right-wing third party overtake the establishment right-wing party in the state election. Are you planning to try and prop up an alternative right-wing party?
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Really? I didn't know that. I'm not up to date. I gotta lock in more on that. Hold on. Did I hear about this? Australian election. One Nation, is that the party? It's saying here, controversial One Nation. Is that the party? I didn't know that. That's all. I'm not locked in on Australian politics at all. It's tough in America. See, you guys have a parliament, right? So, you guys can have several parties. You guys have a parliament. So, you guys can do that, where you have several parties, and then, parties can form and coalitions can form. We don't have a parliament. We're not a parliamentary system. So we don't do that. So for us, it's Republican and Democrat. That's how it works. And so you can't really do that. You have to try and prop up institutional actors and coalition. It's a different thing, basically. Yeah, but the restorative party isn't going to do shit. It's not going to do shit. There's no third parties in America. There just isn't, dude. It's never going to happen. What could happen is a coalition, which that's what I care about. And I believe that if we were smart, we should be aiming our politics towards coalitions. So Ro Khanna is a Democrat and Thomas Massie is a Republican on paper. Okay. And ideally those two basically created a coalition surrounding the Epstein files. And it's that's what we should be pushing for, is for institutional actors to go, yeah, let's reach across the aisle and whatever.
Trump went full Hillary Clinton with the foreign policy, and people still aren't waking up. The super chat censorship is insane, BTW.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Michael Crawford. Don't write crazy stuff in my chat. I don't need to get banned. But thank you. And yeah, he did. Well, yeah, dude, Trump was never on our team. Never. Ever. And it is what it is, As George Washington wanted. No, I know he wanted the parliamentary system, and it just failed. We didn't have it. It just didn't happen. And so, actually we originally weren't even supposed to have political parties. We weren't. And then it just ended up forming because that kind of naturally happens. And so, but no, we don't have a parliament system. So you can't do that, But no, I'm super happy for Australia. I mean, listen, I've said it before. I'm considering myself, I'm not right wing. I consider myself that now because the American right wing is just kind of cocked. Okay. And I'm for America. But obviously, in practice, my beliefs are very right wing. Obviously, I don't consider myself right wing because there's so much going on over there that I disagree with. But yes, of course I am in practice, my beliefs are right wing. I'm a radical centrist, if you will. I'm a radical centrist. What are you if not right wing? I'm Vrillium, dude. I'm Vrillium. That's me. I'm Vrillium. That's me. I'm William. I'm a radical centrist. Yeah, that's me. I'm a radical centrist. I care about America. I care about America. I fucking believe in America. I do. I do believe in that. All this nonsense of like, it's just so much nonsense that you get from these fucking people. It's so much nonsense. Like it's so stupid. Like all these people are like, oh, we need to establish a Catholic theocracy. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is America. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, we need like a based white ethno state. Huh? What are you talking about, dude? Like, no, most Americans like America. Most Americans love America. They love freedom. Like, most Americans feel that way. Most Americans feel that way. They love freedom. They love America. And I love those things. I truly believe in those things. Like, I do. Like, I don't want America to be a theocracy. I don't want America to be... I believe that America, our level of religiosity should be what the Founding Fathers was, where the Founding Fathers wanted a pluralist state. They didn't want an atheist state. What we have right now is arguably a Jewish state. We have like a fucking Satanist state, let's be honest, okay? But, like they wanted a pluralist state. They wanted a state where there was no enforced denomination of Christianity. And you could be an atheist. You don't have to, they're not going to force you at musket point to go to church. But the state will be informed by the idea that, yes, there is a God. Yes, there's no monopoly on piety. That the state should be run through that lens. Because I've said it before, okay? And I've said it to Muslims before. I believe that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. I believe that. I truly do. And everything that comes from that. But, no one has a monopoly on piety. Nobody. Nobody has a monopoly on piety. Nobody. There are plenty of pious Muslims who are charitable, who do good things, who do good works. Now, do I believe those good works are going to bring them to heaven? No, I don't. And that's ultimately up for God to decide. I can't say to them that they're saved. I can't say that. But that does not change the fact that they're good people and that they believe in God. They do believe in God. The way they believe in God. Like these people who are like, oh, well, they worship demons. And shut the fuck up. No. They believe in God, okay? They do. I just think they believe in it wrong. I just think they're wrong about it, but they do believe in God. They're not, it's like, that's what it is, okay? And I believe in the idea that fucking America, that we're supposed to be different. Islam vid when? But what would the video be? Islam vid when? What would the video be? What would it be? Please tell me what you think I believe about Islam. Let's fucking hear it. Please enlighten me. What does William think about Islam? I would love to fucking know. Please tell me. I would absolutely love to know what William believes. Yeah, let's brainstorm, chat. Let's brainstorm the Islam video. Guys, okay, put in the chat. Let's brainstorm the Islam video, okay? He says we need to make the Islam video. What do I believe about Islam? Please tell me. I'd love to know. Let me know. Let's hear it. Wait, who said it? I gotta find the original. Hold on. Okay, yeah, from NBP. What do I believe about that? Please, I'd love to know. Okay, Karbala rave reaction would be funny. That's actually not that bad. That's actually a good idea. Shia rave reaction is fucking funny. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Hold on. That's not a bad idea. Give me a second here. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the original? Here we go. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I would go to one. Like, I would, like, can we be fucking honest? Like, I would go to one. Like, okay, all right. I'm not supposed to say that. Okay, we're supposed to be, like, conservative Christians around here. Oh, come on. I would go to one. I would abso-fucking-lutely go to the Shia rave. Are you kidding me? Dog. I'm there, shirt off, I'm not gonna say Yali because I don't believe in that, you know. But I'll go. I will certainly go. I will take my shirt off. I'll be slapping my chest. I'll do it. I will be there. Yavrillium. Yeah, I'll be there. Yavrillium. I'll be like Yavrillium. I'll be slapping my chest. I'll do it. I'll fucking. And by the way, I think the Persians would love that. I think they'd find it funny. But what's going on here? Who is this Vincent Dave? Like what is this? Okay, you're being weird talking about like land back and shit. Get the fuck out of my chat. Anyways, someone wrote in Arabic, "Ya Ali." That's so funny. Do you believe magic is real? I believe the occult is real. Yes, I do believe in the occult. I don't believe in like magic like Skyrim. Like I don't believe that like fucking Rabbi Shmuley and Ben Shapiro are meeting up and casting fireballs at the Goyim. Like I don't believe that, but I do believe in the occult. Yes, I do believe in Satan. I do believe in that. Yes, and I think it's very true. And I think the demonic, it does work in our world. Like it's coming for us in our world. And I think a lot of people do get misguided by Satan. I do believe that. I've felt it before. I have felt that in my own life. I have felt that in my own life. I swear to God. I felt that in my own life. I remember when I was baptized. This is a crazy story. Clip this. When I was baptized, okay, on the way back, when I was first baptized, which glory be to God that I was, okay, I remember when I was baptized, I was standing above, let me answer this first.
Who's the artist of that cool stag smoking a cig?
I do not know. Thank you for the super chat. That is from Temu. It's from Temu. So I don't know, actually. Someone in China. It's just, I just thought it was cool and put it in my background because I was broke when I built the studio. I have no idea who made that. But anyways, thank you. But no, I like demons are real. Satan is real. Yes, that is very real. And yes, people commune with that in our world. Many people commune with that in our world, not knowing that they are. And what do I mean by that? When I was baptized, I remember, there's the videos out there somewhere, when I was standing above the baptismal font, a moment that changed my life forever. Let me note that. I'm standing above the baptismal font. I shit you not. I'm about to get into the water. I'm about to be baptized, okay? And I could feel, truly, I could feel in me everything pulling me away. Everything pulling me from the font. Everything. I could feel it. And I knew in that moment it was the hands of Satan. It was demons. It was something of that realm, pulling me away from the font, pulling me away, saying, "No, we're about to lose him." Pulling me away, doing everything it could to pull me from the font. Oh shit!
But how to deal with cultural monopolies, racial supremacy, genetically? What do you think happens to Earth long term? Occult means hidden, that's all.
Okay, that's like several questions rolled into one, but let me finish the thing I'm saying and then I'll answer that. So, like, I truly believe that was Satan pulling me away. I truly believe that. I truly believe that Satan was pulling me away from the font, saying, stay here, stay out of God's grace. I truly believe that. And I know this because I got into the font. I got in. And it's pulling at me. And my priest, my spiritual father, God bless him, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, gone. I swear to God, gone. I come out of the water and it's gone. All of that pulling at me is gone. And I was clean. In Jesus' name. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I really do. I believe in the devil. I do. I do. And I rebuke the devil in Jesus' name. I say that all the time. I really do believe in that. But to answer your question, okay, if Satan wants that's his whole thing. Yes, Satan wants you that bad. Yeah, that's his whole thing. That's actually like literally his entire thing is he wants you to not be baptized. That's like his whole thing. But anyways, what did you say? You text. Okay, here we go. Racial supremacy. What do I think is going to happen racially on Earth in the long term? I think we're going to mix. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think we are. Like it's just that is historically what has happened. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. It's just a question of where is that mix going to go? That is the question. The question is not how do we not mix? The question is where does that mix go? Because, like, I don't think people realize, like, the modern Englishman, the thing that I am, did not exist until the fucking Middle Ages. Like, we did not exist. Like, we didn't. Like, the genetic marker of Englishman, the proprietary fucking 11 herbs and spices that make an Englishman, the Anglos, Normans, Celts, all that being mixed together, that did not exist until the Middle Ages. Mexicans, who are definitively their own ethnic group, they did not exist until the fucking 1500s. They didn't exist. However, like, they come into existence and they exist. So, like, it is what it is. And so, no, I don't think the future is we become like this one big gray blob, because that's never what's happened. There's always been differences. I think proximity is going to lead to that. Like, you know what? You know what's a great meme about that? Hold on. Where's the meme? Hold on. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Let me pull that up for you guys. Let me pull up the meme. Yeah, here we go. This meme. You guys have definitely seen this. This is what happens. This is what's going to happen. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's what would happen. It has to do with proximity and people being near each other. Like, that is what would happen.
G United, we'll never be divided.
Can you not comment Goyim in the... I guess you can't. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Thank you. You can just say Gentiles, but yeah. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I agree. Yeah, I do think that the Gentiles, we need to recognize one another. And recognize that, yeah, like it is what it is. Like, we are the same thing. Like, in their eyes, we're the same thing. We are. And so, like, we need to recognize that. Dog, why are you like spamming my chat with what, dude? Okay, no, we're putting you in timeout for a minute. Relax, buddy. Well, exactly. Yeah, English, Scottish, exactly. Like, another thing is, like, by the way, American is its own identity. It's its own ethnic identity. Like, the phenotype of the average American, okay, like of the average American white is its own thing. The phenotype of the average fucking coastal white in like New York is its own thing. It's a specific mix of like Irish, Italian, and Slavic. And they look a certain way. And so like that's the reality. So no, I don't think there's going to be this, like, I think, yeah, like there's probably going to be the middle America, like in the south of America towards the middle. I think we're going to see a lot of mixed Hispanic white people. I think that's just what's going to happen. And then I think on the coast, yeah, like I do think a Judeo-Hapa class is forming. I do think that. I've met these people. It's happening. Like, and it's just a fact. And so, like, I don't know. I find the whole, like, race breeding kink, like, so weird. Like, that's what it is. It's a breeding kink. Like, it's so weird. Like, listen, if you want to marry a white person, hey, man, God bless. You know, I love that, okay? But, like, why are you tweeting about, like, we need to keep our beautiful white cum pure? Like, yo. Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, can we stop? Like, why are you telling me this? Like, keep that to your bedroom, dude. Like, I don't need to know that. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, like, well, I'm this percentage of fucking white nut. Like, okay, dude, like, what are we doing? Like, stop. Like, I don't need to know that. Like, just if you want to fucking marry someone in your culture and have a million kids, go ahead, dude. Hell yeah. I don't need to know that. No, I don't know. It promote purity. That's weird. No, I don't do that. That's fucking weird. That's weird. That's weird. I'm not going to use my platform to talk about who you should be nutting in. That's fucking weird. Like, it's weird. Like, just admit it. That's weird. It's weirdly sexual. I don't like that. That's just odd to me. How about just... No, I don't believe in cult. No, I don't believe in No. I don't... Listen, this is what I mean, dude. I'm not fucking... This is why I say I'm not right-wing. No, I don't believe in fucking cultural... What the fuck does that mean? Cultural segregation. What the fuck do you mean by that? What does that mean? No, it's definitely sexual. It's definitely sexual. It definitely is. I've met these people. There's absolutely a level of sexual insecurity in that. Listen, Basil, if you guys know Basil, Bazillion Thought, you know what? I'll put him on screen because I promote him because he's very smart and he's like one of my favorite thinkers right now. Yeah, here we go. I'll put him on screen. Hold on. Definitely follow Basil. He's like a genius. He's great. Like, his take that basically all of politics is like a sex thing is absolutely right. It's absolutely right. It's right. Like, he's totally fucking right that all of politics, especially radical politics, is a sex thing. It is. It is. Because, like, you talk to a lot of these people and it's like, this is weird. Like, you talk to like I've spoken to like black nationalists and shit, and they're like, well, we don't want our fine black kings mixing with the white. I'm like, why are we talking about, like, why are you thinking about your women having, like, why are you thinking about that? You're weird. Like, by the way, the vast majority of people don't mix racially. The vast majority of people don't. Like, vast majority. Like, the vast majority of people will marry someone in their race, in their economic class, in their location. The, like, vast majority in America. Like, the fact that we're talking about this means, like, it's a sexual thing. Because the vast majority of people don't do that. And by the way, it's not that they don't do it because they're, like, sitting and thinking about fucking ideology. It's not because they're reading the Turner Diaries and they're like, no, it's just the natural way of things. That's just the natural way of things. And so, I don't know. I find that the whole conversation around that stuff is just so weird and so... Basil calls it sex lectics, which I think is hilarious. And it's true. Like, it really is. Like, that's what it is. And it's weird. Dog, why are you being weird? Just, like, be fucking normal. Like, okay, I'm putting you in timeout. Like, just be normal. What are you doing?
So you're not a white nationalist, but you're also not an anti-Semitist. What are you?
No, I'd be that. The second thing, I don't think I can say. I definitely would be considered by literally everyone an AS. I mean, granted, I don't think that's real. I don't think anti-septicism is real. I think that's a fucking made up term that they use to like silence people. I don't think it's real. But by all accounts, like if we're going off their definition, 1000% I am. 1000%. That's not even a question. No, I'm not a white nationalist. I've said it before. I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a white romantic. What do I mean by that? I mean that I'm white. I like being white. I think we should be proud to be white. I think that we should celebrate white achievements. And I think that, yes, our country, America, has a fundamental European origin, and it is a European society. Like, we are a European society. We're not a caliphate. We're not a fucking Eastern, autocratic thing. Like, we are a Western society. We're a European society. And if people are going to live here, they need to live in this Western European society. But does that mean that I think that we should fucking load up every single person who's X shade brown and darker onto an oil rig and like launch it into the sun? No. Because that's ridiculous. Because that's literally ridiculous. And if you think that's possible, you're an idiot. Like, you're an idiot. Like, you are a fucking idiot, and the people who are in power are laughing at you. They laugh at you because they know that you're a fucking idiot. And they know that you like read the Turner Diaries, and you think that you're like, dude, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And like, I think we should be honest about race. Like, we are different, okay? And we should be honest that, yes, white people, like, thank God for them. Like, white people are awesome. They do great things. We've made great things. And there's something about us, okay, that is uniquely inventive. We are uniquely inventive. We are uniquely intellectual. It's something about us, okay? It just is. And it's entirely understandable if you just want to live around white people. I totally get that. Because, yeah, it's great to live around white people. However, like, it is possible to have these people. Like, if we were honest about race, we could make things work. Like, if we were honest about race, if we were honest about all these things, we could make things work. Like, you know why I know that? Where do the most successful and the smartest black people live? Where do they move to? Wherever they were born. Where do they move to? Tell me, chat. Where if you're a successful and you're like a smart, responsible black man, where do you move? Let me know, chat. There you white neighborhoods. They move to a white neighborhood. And you know how I know that? I grew up in a white neighborhood, and there were like two black families, and they were like, the dad was a doctor or the mom was a lawyer, And the parents were born in the hood, made it out, and then fucking live in a white neighborhood. And so I think if like those are people who, if you fucking sat with them and were like, why did you do that? They will be very fucking honest with you. And they'll be like, yeah, there's a huge fucking problem in our community that is not like, and we need the white man to step in. And I think that's like kind of our responsibility as the arbiters of this society is like, yeah, we need to fucking step in and like integrate these people in like a meaningful capacity and like make it work. Because the problem we have is like, we took, when it comes to black people in America, okay, we have this European society, which works for a European. It's of a European mind, okay? And character, fundamentally. And what we did was we freed the slaves. Mind you, we freed the slaves under the assumption that we were going to ship them to Africa. That was the mindset, okay? That was the fucking mindset. Like, Abraham Lincoln was fully of the mindset that we were going to ship them to Africa when he did that, okay? Note that. And then we didn't, for a myriad of reasons. We didn't. And so what did we do? We just dropped these people in our society. which clearly that didn't fucking work. Because again, it's a society that like, okay, if I picked you up right now, if you're white here, and we just dropped you in fucking Africa, I dropped you into the middle of a fucking tribe in Uganda, in the Congo, okay? What would you do? What would you do? You would try to fucking form like a European style of life. If they didn't like eat you, you would try to form a European style of life. Because that's what you know. Because that's your innate, that's what you are, okay? And if you couldn't do that, if you were you were not able to do that, you were disempowered to do that, you would have a terrible time. Because you'd be forced to live in an African society. And it wouldn't work. Now, if they fucking did a Lawrence of Arabia with you and they like worked to integrate you into their society and met you where you were and met you at your limitations, then you could be in their society and it could work if it was understood what it was. Like, I'll give you a great example, okay? Why?
South Africa is a good alternate reality / experiment / what if / contrast that America can learn from both bad and good.
Amen. That's very true. I have a lot of friends down there. And the whites of South Africa, I've literally met the Oranje people. Okay. You know Oranje? You know Oranje, okay? Literally Oranje, the like fucking Volksstaat, okay? You guys know Oranje? I'll show you a picture, okay? It is a town where only Boers get to live. It is the Afrikaners town. I know the people who live there. I know Afrikaners. The fucking like de facto president of Oranje follows me. And I've met him and spoken to him on several occasions, okay? Sheer rave. Like, and those guys, I've met them. I shit you not, they are not racist. They're not. I have literally met people from fucking New York, okay? Like.
So since Groypers are voting blue in the midterms to punish the GOP, in 2028 if we get an alt-right America first presidential candidate, are you voting for them?
What? No, okay, no. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, but no. Like if there was an America First candidate in the Republican Party, that's who we would all vote for. What are you talking about, dog? Like what? No, that's not the fucking point. Oh my god, dude, the Goyim are unsavable. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying, okay? Like I've met the Oranje people, okay? I've met them. They are not I've met people who are literally from New York, live around black people, like who are more racist than the Oranje people. But the difference is the Oranje people, okay, like their thing is, what's up?
They moved to Wakanda, not white countries.
Okay, thank you for the super chat, but no. And also that's from a conversation we were having earlier. But no, so I met the Oranje people. I actually was supposed to go visit Oranje. And like, they're just aware that like, yes, if we want to keep our identity and keep our thing, we need to have our own little slice of society. That like, okay, black majority rule in South Africa, it is what it is. It has its limitations. And obviously, should black majority rule like be the thing in South Africa? Fuck no. But it is what it is. And so they want to have their own slice of their own society. And so they have that, okay? And they should be allowed to have that. And by the way, if you were to drop someone into that society, like a black South African into that society, they would not fit in. Like it is what it is. They understand the differences there. And so they want to have their own little state. And by the way, they wouldn't need to have that if they were just in charge of South Africa again, which honestly I would argue would probably be for the best. Because let's be honest, like if black South Africans were just honest about their limitations, we'd live in a better world. Like, guess what? I'm going to fucking admit the limitation. White people cannot play basketball as good as black people. I admit that. If I kept trying to shoehorn, no, we need to have an all-white basketball team, and then we keep getting fucking destroyed over and over and over again, okay, what have I gained? What have I earned? Nothing. Nothing. Like, we should fucking, like nothing. Oh, we got a super chat coming in.
It's falling apart. They don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. And by the way, most South Africans understand this, but they're just not willing to accept the fact.
What do you think about national origin quotas? Should we reinstitute them?
Well, I
Is
do believe,
Orania
yeah.
accepting new
But no,
members of the
Orania,
community?
no. Orania
Sounds
is
like
not a
decent
white,
place
you have to,
live.
it's, no. Orania is not, let me hit you with a like, thank you. And thank you for the one before. Orania is not a white ethno-state. It's an Afrikaner state. You have to be an Afrikaner. Like, I couldn't move to Orania. I'm not an Afrikaner. I don't speak Afrikaans. I'm not Dutch. I'm not an Afrikaner. Like, you have to be one of them to live there. That's the rules. So I could visit and like take pictures and I could stay there, but like I can't move there. You have to be an Afrikaner to live there and like be a part of their community. And so like we need to be fucking honest. Like they need to be fucking honest. Like if the South Africans, if the black people just admitted, yeah, the white South Africans, they did a better job ruling the country. If they were just willing to accept that, we could all live in a better world. Like I'm willing to accept, yeah, man, like, I'm never going to be as good at fucking football or basketball as Tyrone over here. I'm not. And like, does that make me less of a person? Does that make me less of a man? No, not at all. But like, let's just be fucking real, okay? Something about the post-industrial nation, white people are just really good at. They just are. Like white, like, and by the way, people love to talk about Rhodesia, but they don't read what Ian Smith said. Ian Smith was not a racist. He was not. I mean, mind you, I don't think racism's real. Oh, hold on. What's this?
Someone I spoke to claims that Orania was only successful because the Oranians already had a generational
Pure
head start
cope.
with
Yeah, that's
education,
pure.
wealth.
That's
Cope?
pure fucking cope. I've met these people. Yes, they were wealthy, but like they literally built it themselves. Let me note that. Like I've met these people. They literally built it themselves. Like if they had hired a bunch of fucking laborers to build it, then they'd be like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Like that's whatever. No, like I shit you not, these people went out into the middle of the desert and built it. Like with their own hands. They did that. Straight up. They straight up did that. I watched it happen.
Ethnically Indian/mixed. My parents say apartheid, as bad as it was run much better.
Exactly. And by the way, and thank you for the super chat. By the way, like that's what Ian Smith talked about. Ian Smith talked about how he said several times, no, white minority rule in Africa as a state policy is probably not going to exist forever. He said it's just not possible numerically. But he said what we need to do is create Rhodesia, as he wanted to do. And then the first 3 generations of black Rhodesians can't vote. Why? Why did he say that? Does anyone know why? It's because the black Rhodesians were not educated. I don't know if you know this, but the system that they set up, they were not part of the education program. And he said, yeah, we can't just give this shit to people who were not educated in European society because we've built a European society here. And so the first 3 generations, we need to just they can't vote. They can't run for office. And then when they've had children who later on have been raised in this thing, they've been educated, etc., then they can then they'll be enough like us that they could fucking run. And that's what they did. That's what they wanted to do. And then obviously, everything happened, the Bush War and all that and yada, yada, yada. And then it fell apart. And now you have Zimbabwe. And so that was literally the whole idea. And that's what I fucking envision for this shit. It would be so much better for South Africa if the Orania people specifically, like that fucking guy, Joost, make him the fucking grand leader of South Africa. Make him I've met him, make him the autocratic fucking king of South Africa, okay? Make that guy leader. Life for everybody will be better. For everybody will be better. Because I've met him. He wants better. I've met him. He's a true statesman. I met him and his associate, and we were talking about investment into South Africa. Not investment into Orania, which they obviously want. They were talking about investment into South Africa, the country. The country. The country that, man, I add, they are currently trying to fucking secede from. And he's like, I want them to do better. Make that guy the leader. South Africa will be a fucking paradise in 2 generations. I swear to God. But no, it's pride. It's fucking pride. It's fucking pride. If black South Africans could just swallow their fucking pride and realize, yeah, man, you can't do it as well as good old Yost here. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. I don't know why. I'm not God. I don't know why you were made that way. It is what it is, dude. And you know it's true. You know it's true. You know that it's true. Okay? Maybe in the 1990s, maybe during the Cold War, we could have had this talk about, but economics and socialism. And we could have that, okay? It is 2026. You have had the reins. You fucked it up. No one likes it. You were wrong. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's perfectly fine to say, yes, we were wrong. It's perfectly fine to say that. Perfectly fine. By the way, that's why America has a constitution. Because our founding fathers said, yeah, at some point, we're going to be wrong about something. And we're going to have to change the rules because we were wrong. And it's like, dude, you were wrong. I'm sorry. Black majority rule, you were wrong. It didn't work. Just fucking accept it. It doesn't mean that you're less of a human being. It doesn't mean you need to die. It just means that, yeah, something about these fucking white people in South Africa, they're really good at running things. They are. They are. It's like, dude, what are we doing? Anyways. Let me get my hat in frame here. Yeah, dude, how old are you? You need to stop with the spamming in the chat, bro. Oh my God. Okay, dude, you're gonna have to go. Okay. No, but he has power. He runs Orania. So he has power. He all the young internet right have these weird connections. Well, because they follow us. Yeah, because they follow us. Well, also, you know what? I have it here, actually. Hold on. Where is it? Where did I put it? Yeah, there it is. I have this. So, fun fact about me, okay? If you know anything about good old William here, I am a fucking card-carrying personal member and friend of... You can see it here. Okay, they purposely made the pens black, so you actually can't really see it. And the fucking New York Young Republicans Club. This is the New York Young Republicans Club. I actually am a member. I'm very good friends with all the ownership, all the leaders, and if you know anything about the New York Young Republicans, they're the largest and most active Young Republicans Club in America. They meet with actually all my friends who are part of that club, they just got back from Africa. I talked about this before. They did a whole fucking tour of Africa, and they met with heads of state and shit. They know everybody. And so I meet them through that. I meet them through, I go to their clubhouse. It's an actual building. And I go, and I meet these people. It is the Dutchness. Yeah, the Dutch are if there's anybody who can run a fucking country, it's the Dutch. The Dutch are they are a hardy people. They are a hardy people. How come I never say, why? Because why would I do that? Why would I say Yiddish phrases? Why would I do that? Thank you. I am the most attractive content creator with Tourette's. That I am. That's true. Can you tell me how to get involved? Well, where do you live? If you live near New York, you can join the Young Republicans. It's $75 a year. And you go and you meet the people, and that's it. I joined initially because I was an editor for right-wing influencers, and like a lot of right-wing influencers are part of the New York Young Republicans, or they're adjacent to it. Metallica over Megadeth, of course. What are you? I mean, I don't even like Metallica's like okay. I like them. I'm more of a fan of Black Sabbath and shit like that, like King Crimson. You know, like I'm more into that type of stuff. But I live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then blow your shit smooth off, twin. I don't. How do I meaningfully affect politics from Grand Rapids, Michigan? Just like blow your shit smooth off, twin. Like, I don't even... what do you want me to tell you? You know what you can do? You can go to Dearborn and you can like learn some Arabic, okay? Go to Dearborn and then you can become like Lawrence of Arabia. That's what you can do. Learn Arabic, go to Dearborn, okay? Go to a hookah shop and speak Arabic to them, and they'll be like, yo, this white boy is fucking swagged out. And then you can like lead an army of them, you know, like in Dune. Like in Dune, Paul Atreides, he like shows up, he says, I'm the Lisan al-Gaib, and then he holds up the knife, and they all follow, the Fremen follow him, and they take over the government. You can do that. Just hold up like a blade, like a Yemeni blade, like a Lebanese Shia blade, and be like, I am the I am the Lisan al-Gaib, and they'll follow you, and then you can like lead them, and they'll be like, oh my god, this white boy is so swagged out. I do want to make a video on Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia was fucking, yo, if there is a definition of wang half, like actual white ass N-words going hard as fuck, it's Lawrence of Arabia. Dude, Lawrence of Arabia was fucking, like, we do not talk about him enough. He was so sick. Lawrence of Arabia, okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone, okay? Hold on. Hold on. No, not the movie. I want the actual guy. Yeah, T.E. Lawrence. Here we go. This fucking guy, okay? Look at this fucking guy, okay? This motherfucker. Look at, oh my God. This guy, okay? This guy pulled up to the Hijaz, okay? To the desert, to the Khalijis. He pulled up on a fucking train in the desert in World War I. Dressed up like that in the Yemeni thobe. He pulled up, got out of the train. All the Arabs saw him. He said, I am Lawrence of Arabia. Salam. And he, as a white man, had so much fucking aura that he fundamentally changed the geopolitics of that region, so much so that it is still felt to this very fucking day. To this day, he pulled up with a fucking train full of old Martini Henry rifles and a dream, and he fucking did it. You know why? Because he was white, because he was British. That's why he fucking did it. No one else could. No one else. Only we can do that, okay? And so you ask me, am I a white supremacist? I'm not. I don't think we're better. But god damn it, I am a white romantic. Because name any other fucking group that could do that. None. None could do that. None. Only we can pull up on a fucking train and say, what is good, Arabs? My name is Lawrence. I'm wearing the thobe. Here's a gun. We're going to go take down the fucking Ottoman Empire. And they actually did it. Matter of fact, you know what? No. Hold on. Let me explain what fucking happened here. You ready? Give me a fucking second here. Give me a fucking second here. Okay? Picture this. It is the early 1900s. You are T.E. Lawrence. You are basically a fucking nobody. You're like a lord, or like kind of a nobleman. You get on the fucking train. The British say to you, we are going to send you to the Middle East. You are going to join the local Arabs. These people who live in the desert. In the desert. Do not have a society. Do not speak English. We are going to send you to the desert with a bunch of guns, and you are going to convince them to fucking overthrow the Ottoman Sultan. And they did it. And they did it. He gets on the train. He goes to the Middle East with the Martini Henry rifles. He meets these Yemenis. He meets these Arabs, okay? These fucking, like, you have to understand at the time, these are not the Arabs you think of today, okay? This was not the Gulf. These were not people living in the Gulf, smoking hookah, banging Slavic models, okay? These were fucking hardy desert nomads, barbarians. And he shows up and says, what the fuck is up? I am Lawrence of Arabia. Here's society. Here's civilization. Here's a gun. We're going to go take over the Ottomans. You guys are going to get a kingdom. We're going to fucking create the caliphate, and we're going to do it. We are going to do it. And you know why we're going to do it? Because I'm Lawrence and I'm fucking white. Because I'm white and I'm here to bring you Western civilization, and you're gonna do it, and your grandchildren and your great fucking grandchildren are gonna live and drive Rolls Royces and bang Slavic models and fucking live and do whatever they want and wear Gucci, and that's what's gonna fucking happen because god damn it, I am Lawrence of Arabia and I am white. And that's it, baby, and he did it. And he did it. And so that's what white people need to do. Okay? You need to understand this, okay? I am a white romantic. We need to do that. I 1000% agree. Anglo's got to start treating England as our Israel. I 1000% agree. But no, like, they did it, dude. They did it. And, like, that's the thing. And by the way, mind you, about England, okay? Like, Great Britain, that's what white people need to do. Is we didn't go and slaughter people for no fucking reason. We went and were like, hello, we are Great Britain. We are white people. Here's all these amazing things we've invented. They are yours now. We did that. We fucking did that. We just showed up and said, here you go. Medicine, universities, power, the gun. And we just gave it to them. And we said, here you go. Here is society. And that's what I fucking mean. The Gulf gets it, okay? The Gulf fucking gets it. And this is why the Gulf is living good. This is why the Gulf is living good. You know why? Because the fucking Saudis, when the British showed up and said, hey, we're the British. We have this great empire. Here's electricity. Here's guns. Here's cars. You know what the Saudis said? Thank you. They said thank you. And that's why they are living so fucking nice, because they knew when to shut the fuck up and take what's offered. You look at South Africa, you look at Zimbabwe, you look at all these fucking places, Haiti, where when the white man showed up and gave them stuff and whatever, they decided to be, the colonialism, this is so, we need independent, blah, 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 blah. Where did it get you? Where did it get you? Where did it get you? Nowhere. The Saudis, they knew. They said, you know what? These white folk, they got good shit. And they shut the fuck up and took it. They shut the fuck up and took it. They said, yes, Mr. White Man, we like your swag. And they took that shit and lived. And guess what? People are fucking starving to death in Zimbabwe. The Emiratis are getting fat. In Dubai, they have so much fucking money that they just abandon supercars on the road. That is what people need to see. That no, there is no white supremacy, but like the fucking white empire is awesome. It's awesome. Just say thank you and move the fuck on. We don't need to do this whole fucking dick measuring contest of, oh no, but we need independence and we need to prove, but shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut up. Shut up. We invented good things. Enjoy them. We brought them to you. But they killed my great grandfather because he didn't work fast enough on the plantation. Well, maybe he should have worked faster. You ever thought of that? You ever fucking thought of that? You know how easy it'd be for these Emiratis to go, but Lawrence of Arabia, he made my grandpa go and fight the Ottomans and he had to work. No, they don't say that. You know why? Because they did that shit and now they get to be rich. They get to be richer than you can even fucking comprehend. That's what they get if you just fucking shut up and listen when a white country shows up. But folks, that is going to do it for us for tonight's stream. Thank you all for joining, for coming on in, joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I also wanted to say thank you for 50K. I reached 50K last night. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing, for getting me 50K. Folks, tomorrow, new video coming out. Super excited. 6 p.m. Like always. Be sure to check in on that. Folks, be sure to follow me everywhere at Vrillium Live. Follow me, all that. What else do I need to do before I go? The lighters. The lighters are still for sale. We still have some left. Take a look. They've been selling like hotcakes. And I don't know if we're going to do a reprint. I don't know if they're going to make more of them. So if you want to get yourself the Osama bin lighter, it might be your last chance, folks. Great lighter. As you can see, look at that. It's like a torch, you know? See that? And of course, the best part of the lighter, the little Star of David, and of course, these things are great. So make sure you get one. Use the link. It's like in most of my videos. It might be here. I don't know. Also, as I always say, if you want to get yourself some merch, some Vrillium, it's not Vrillium branded merch because no one knows me that well. But if you want to get yourself some funny shit from my store, if you want to get yourself the shirt, AIPAC paid me to be here. Be sure to check out plasticradicals.com. Oh, sorry. Is the mic super high? My bad. Be sure to check out plasticradicals.com. Get yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself something funny. Whatever. Folks, again, thank you for joining. Oh, shit. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it, folks. As I always say, God bless you and God bless America. Folks, I will catch you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. See you then.